All right, what is going on, guys? This is my 2021 Mini Cooper S. It's a nice day out. It's a little windy though, so I'm trying to stay out of the wind. I can't seem to find a spot that's wind free, but we're gonna do this anyways. But yeah, so this is my 2021 Mini Cooper S. I've had this thing for a little over a year and a half now. And I gotta say, I have absolutely loved owning this thing. I gotta say, zero complaints about this thing. Besides the fact that it's pretty much a two-seater. The rear seats are pretty much not even non-existent. But other than that, this thing has done everything and then some for me. It's quick, it's fun, it's reliable, it's cheap on gas, depending on how you drive it. It's semi-affordable, at least for me, being a Mini Cooper employee. Semi-affordable. Yeah, there's not much negative that I have to say about this car. Price-wise, I believe this thing MSRP was $37,800 or something like that. And I got it again as an employee. I think it was like 33 or something after like discounts and whatnot. So a reasonable car or price for cars nowadays. And this being a new BMW just about, since these things are pretty much all BMW parts now. Again, relatively affordable. But has a 2-liter B46 BMW engine and a 7-speed DCT trans, which is absolutely amazing. I was debating when I got this thing if I wanted a manual or a DCT, and I gotta say 100% with this car, I'm 100% DCT. Not a huge fan of Mini Cooper manuals, as much as I love driving manual cars. If you're gonna purchase one of these things, DCT all the way, 100%. It is a blast to drive. It's quick, and I like to make fun of the whole sport mode shit in automatic cars and stuff like that. But with this car, it matters, and it actually makes a difference. So like your regular mode, your green mode, and your sport mode, they all make a huge difference, and also how you drive, for how fun or quick the car is, and also gas mileage and stuff like that. So in terms of gas mileage, in sport mode, you're really beating on it like I do this thing. Probably 15-16 miles per gallon in like the sport mode, whatever, and really getting on her. The regular mode, just probably 20-21 miles per gallon, 22 maybe. And then the green mode, sometimes I've gotten upwards closer to 30, driving really conservatively. But yeah, so this thing has all sorts of great options in it, and this being an iconic, it's a pretty much fully loaded car. So I think the only things that this model or my car doesn't have is the alarm function and the front PDC. So it has the rear PDC, it has heads-up display, Harman Kardon, which I'll go over in the interior, etc. But yeah, it's pretty much just missing those two things. Oh, and also it does not have EDC, so it does not have the adaptive suspension. But I actually prefer that. I like the non-fancy suspension for modification purposes. But yeah, I think this thing has about 14,000 miles on it now, and I have had zero issues, which is not expected, with a car that low mileage. But just saying, no issues whatsoever with this freaking thing. And we see these, in my shop, 100,000 miles with nothing but oil changes if you're taking care of the vehicle properly and stuff like that. Stupid reliable. Unfortunately for BMW mechanics and stuff like that, these things don't break, so there's nothing to fix on them really. But Yeah, I gotta say, this thing's also way more practical than probably 80% of other cars that I've owned. Sedans, coupes, all sorts of other stuff. I'd say the only other car that's, say, more practical in sense of like space inside the car, maybe my Subaru hatchback, my WRX that I had a couple years back. And I'll show you that when we get into the interior. But this thing, I could fit larger stuff, more stuff in this car than I could, again, majority of my other cars. Sedans, more than my M3, etc. So, but yeah, I've done regular maintenance on it. Oil changes every 2,500 miles, just because why not? I can at work. I've done a brake flush, tire rotations. I'm gonna do an alignment soon on it. But just basic stuff. And this thing, as long as you do the regular maintenance, this thing will run forever. Especially the Cooper S's. The Coopers have a little bit more, the 3 cylinders have a little bit more problems than I should say, not a little bit more, but have a few very minor problems, like the front timing cover leaks, and the control arm bushings make some noise after like a certain mileage, whatever, but they kind of go bad. But other than that, do your regular maintenance on these things. If you're looking for a reliable car that's fun and quick, and you know, also can fit stuff in it in the rear, since it's a hatchback and the seats fold down, this is an amazing option for you. It looks good, it's fun, and again, reliable, especially for a BMW. How often do you hear that in the same sentence? Unfortunately for us, it's now in the same sentence. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna head into the interior and I'll show you what's going on inside here. All right, so hopping into the interior here. This is again a Mini Cooper Iconic, which is the trim level, the like fully loaded trim level for this year, or like this generation, whatever. And it does have the Mini Yours interior, which is these leather seats that are perforated, some Alcantara on the seats, a little, again, perforated design, ignore the pants down there. It also has the Union Jack little lit up trim display over here, and also a different steering wheel that is a different material, which is amazing. This steering wheel is so much nicer and so much more comfy and better than the original, or like the base model steering wheel. The base model steering wheel is like a fake leather, whatever, and this is like super soft. The steering wheel feels super nice. It is like the perfect size. Also, I have like a big, I don't know, pet peeve thing about some, like, certain cars. I won't buy or even look at certain cars because of the steering wheel. It's just, I don't know, it's just, you know, something like me, whatever. But this feels amazing. The steering wheel is awesome. So it's a DCT, so paddles left and right side. Mini Cooper in 21, or I think maybe it was 20, decided to change up the shifter, which was a little weird at first, but I've gotten around to actually liking this more so than the previous generation, or I guess the non-LCI F cars. But it's grown on me. It's a little bit nicer. It looks a little nicer. It feels a little nicer than the automatic. And these are electronic also. The old ones are mechanical. And I did a video on, you know, the problems that go wrong with the mechanical one, how to replace the shifter assembly and stuff like that. But these are all electronic. There's no cables, no nothing like that goes out to the motor for shifting. All electronic, along with the DCT, etc. So what else? This car actually, which you can't get now because of all the shortages and stuff like that, also has the Harman Kardon, which is amazing. It sounds so good in here. And the black headliner, so the anthracite option black headliner, which I love. Trying to think of what else that's going on here. They changed up the display. for 2021. And if we turn on the car here, the display is a little different, a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner, and of course the digital dash and heads-up display. You can see the Mini Cooper up there, and the miles per hour. But the digital display makes a world of difference in these cars. It's just so crisp, so clean. Granted, the Mini Cooper is known for their like circular gauge clusters and stuff like that. This has also grown on me. It looks so nice, and after driving it for so long now, it just feels natural, and it looks so good. But yeah, the audio is amazing in here, and it's just a really, really clean, overall clean interior. I've done like just little things like put little covers on here to make it look a little bit nicer. This used to be like a matte black. That used to be matte black. This used to be like a matte black. They're just little covers and such. That's gone over here. This is all the OEM piano black trim package. All that goes along there. Here also on the exterior is all black piano trim. Besides the belt line that goes along the windows and underneath the windshields and stuff like that. For some reason, Mini Cooper doesn't include that as an option on any of their cars, black piano belt line. It's stupid. But yeah, so all of the trim is all gloss black or piano black as they call it. But that is the back seat. It is damn near useless. There's cup holders back there for whatever reason, for the midgets that will be sitting back there. But there's cup holders, more speakers, Harman Kardon speakers. Also on the other side, cup holders, speakers. There's also speakers in the back there. And the double or panoramic, whatever you want to call it, sunroof. Also awesome, love it. I never open it, but it's cool to have. Of course, you got to have the party mode on your little display here and there, and the lights down the footwells also change colors. All OEM, all super quirky like Mini does. The Mini Yours logo is that like black and white Union Jack color, which is also the taillights. The taillights you'll see in the exterior video are all Union Jack taillights, standard, option, whatever on the Mini Coopers now. But yeah, so we're gonna head to the trunk. All right, so get some of these clothes out of the way, but this is the reason that I say that this thing is a little more practical in sense of, let me put these seats back a little so I can put this down. But with these seats folded down, if you saw one of my other videos, I fit an entire Gladiator exhaust in this friggin' thing, inside the box, like not taken apart, just inside the box. And there was room to spare. I mean, not lengthwise, but and you can take this friggin' thing off up here, yank it out, and you got this entire back space that's, you know, some SUVs don't even have this much space back here. And actually, I've never had my dogs in this car, but I'm sure they would probably fit fine in here, just walking around in here. But you got space down here, which is a whole bunch of like maintenance records and spare parts and stuff like that. But yeah, it's amazing. I put everything in here, and no problems whatsoever. But yeah, now for the modification wise. All right, well, my phone died at the end of that last clip. Ran to the store and let this thing charge for a little bit. We'll make this ending quick. The thing's not stock. I mean, stock. But it has the JCW Pro exhaust on it that had the cat cut out of. which I'm gonna do another video on. I put the carbon fiber JCW tips on this thing. It's valved exhaust right there. It sucks. Well, I mean, the exhaust is awesome, but the whole valve, like, it doesn't work properly, so I just unplugged it. It's open all the time. Have this AG rear spoiler, carbon fiber rear spoiler, new gas cap, new door handles, stupid decals all over the thing, like those little these little vent decals, whatever. It's a sequential turn signal, just little stuff. Black gloss black, piano black OEM emblems. They were chrome before. What else? I had the roof wrapped by a buddy of mine. This, like, at the time was like a new thing, like textured camo, matte camo. Rear emblem, rear black emblem, both used to be chrome. And I believe that's about it. Not too much, just little stuff besides, like, the exhaust was a little bit expensive and that wing was a little bit expensive, but just little stuff here and there. Not planning on spending too much money on it. It's just my daily that I just beat the piss out of every day. But yeah, overall, if you're looking for a car that's fun, reliable, can get good gas mileage, stuff like that, take a look at the new Mini Coopers. They're awesome, or at least I think this is the best generation. Like 2021, 22, they got a little funky looking, I think. But 21, 22, I think is the best year, and where they kind of figured everything out. So that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this helps someone, you know, maybe make a decision on purchasing one or not purchasing one. So yeah, you guys have a great rest of your week, great day, whatever, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.